All right, guys, we've made it to day 25, the last day in our Christmas devotional. Let me start by saying Merry Christmas and thank you so much for tuning in over these 25 days as we've done this devotional. You know, there's something really cool about us coming together as a community and being unified in a purpose to want to develop and grow our relationship with God. In fact, it reminds me of the very first Christmas, right? That you have these wise men who were drawn to Jesus, and in doing so, they testify about his might and his word as they worship him as a king. You talk about Mary and Joseph, who were called into this scene to be the parents of Jesus, and you have the angels who are singing from the heavens of just the how incredible he was, that he is the Son of God, and then you have even the shepherds who are brought there, and they witness all this activity take place, and they become the first evangelists as they go off and they begin to tell other people about all that they had saw and all that Jesus was that night. And what's really interesting is all of these people were being brought together for a purpose, right? They all had a role to play in this, and I believe that God has a role for you to play as well, and that God is at work. And when God's at work, just like he was in the first Christmas, I believe that he's at work in your life, and when he's at work, incredible things happen. But here's what's really cool about the Christmas story is all these people were brought together because God was at work, because Jesus was there, right? The wise men, the shepherds, they were drawn to Jesus. Even Mary and Joseph, it appears that they just happened to be in Bethlehem because of some census. But what we know is they were actually in Bethlehem because God was at work, right? We know this because hundreds of years before Mary and Joseph were even born, hundreds of years before the census was ever even a thought, God writes in the book of Malachi and says that the Savior of the world, Jesus, would be born in Bethlehem. And so it was no coincidence that they were in Bethlehem. They were in Bethlehem because God was at work. And so whatever situation you find yourself in, God is at work. And the question is, will you join him in that work?